here's the fourth and final way to multiply that I'm going to show you. This is called lattice multiplication. And in lattice multiplication, again, you set up a grid very similar to this one. So it's a 2-digit number by a 3-digit number. So I'm going to set up my grid, and it's going to be 2 by 3. So I do that. Okay. Then what I do is I cut my boxes in half along the diagonal, and you'll see why. And then instead of doing expanded form, I just write the individual digit. So for 62, I put a 6 here and a 2 here. For 421, 4, 2, 1. This one is probably, if I had to pick, this was the one that's like a little more magical. It's harder to explain why it works, but it does work. Okay. So here we're doing single digit multiplication. And when we do that, again, at this intersection of the two numbers, right, 10's digit goes here, 1's digit goes in this side of the box. So 6 times 4 is 24. So 2 here, 4 here. 6 times 2 is 12, 1 here, 2 here. 6 times 1 is 6, 0 here, 6 here. Okay. 2 times 4, 8. 2 times 2, 4. 2 times 1. Okay, now if you look at that, you can see where I put those diagonals in. Right, you got these diagonal lines here. Well, what you do here is you add along those diagonals. So 2 all by itself is 2. 6 plus 0 is 6, plus 4 is 10. Put the 0 there, I carry the 1 up. 1 plus 0 is 1, plus 2 is 3, plus 8 is 11. The 1 here from 11, and then bring the 1 for the 10, carry it. 1 plus 1 is 2, plus 4 is 6. And the 6 is going to go here, and I should have set these two up numbers on this end, and it's still the same. This is still 6 times 4, 6 times 2. Okay, 1 plus 1 is 2, plus 4 is 6, so my 6 goes here, and then 2 all by itself. Okay, so my product is this number around the outside, 2, 6, 1, 0, 2. Okay, and that's the lattice multiplication. And again, when you set it up, a little bit different than over here. Like this number you can put on either side also. Right, doesn't matter where you set them up. But for the lattice, you want to set it up to the right. So when you add down to the left, your numbers are in order. So the product of 421 times 62 is 26,102. And then you can pick any one of those other methods, and you can check my work on this one. Like I said, this one is probably the one that it's harder to explain why it works. The other ones make a little bit more sense. You can kind of see the logic behind them. But basically, this is just the 1's digits, if they were added, if they were in here, and the 10's, or more so than the partial products, than the 10's digits, than the hundreds, thousands, 10,000s digits. Okay, so it's very much like this. It's kind of similar to this, this product, so these numbers that we're adding up down here. All right, so those are the 4 methods. We're going to need to pick one. I have no preference. You need to pick one that you're going to use when we start multiplying decimals, because when we multiply decimals, we multiply them as if they are whole numbers, and then we worry about where the decimal point goes after the multiplication.